Hey everyone, this is DocuMind, an enterprise knowledge based concierge agent I built for the Google and Kaggle AI agents intensive capstone. The problem I'm solving is simple but real. Every company has internal documents like HR policies, IT SOPs, expensive guidelines, onboarding checklists, but employees can never find what they need. They search the wikis, get 12 results, open 3 tabs, find the conflicting informations, and eventually just ping HR on Slack, interrupting someone else's work to answer a question that was already written down somewhere. DocuMind fixes this. You ask a question in plain English and it gives you a grounded, cited answer pulled directly from the right policies document in seconds. And next, moving on to the architecture. And here is the architecture for the DocuMind. DocuMind is a 4 agent pipeline built on a Google ADK with a Gemini 2.0 Flash. Here is the folder structure: agents, MCP servers, data, cores, and CLIs. Then the planner agent breaks the question into focused subqueries for better retrieval. The pipeline works like this. First, the guardrail agent validates and secures every query before any LLM call is made. Then the planner agent breaks the question into focused subqueries for better retrieval. The research agent calls our custom MCP server to fetch the most relevant document sections. And finally, synthesis agent composes a clean, cited answer from those sections. Each agent has a single responsibility. That separation is what makes the system secure, testable, and easy to extend. And next, moving on to the code. And here comes the code. So this is the MCP server, one of the most core technical pieces of the DocuMind. It exposes a single tool called the search docs. At startup, it loads all 5 company policy documents, chunks them at the section level using a markdown headers, and builds a TF IDF, that is term frequency and identifiable document frequency index using a scikit-learn. When the research agent calls the search docs with a query, it gets back the top matching sections with a source document name, section title, and relevant score. Everything the synthesis agent needs to compose a cited answer. The server can run in 2 modes: a quick test mode and a full MCP STDIO transport mode for integration with the ADK agent. Without wasting time, let's move on to the live demo. And I have given a query that what is the process to request a new laptop, and here is the how the agent answers. And I have made a rate limit backoff for all the 4 agents so that the rushing does not happen between the agents. So the agent acquires the API key one after the other. You can see the pipeline running. Guardrail validates the query, planner decomposes it, research agent calls the MCP server and retrieves the relevant HR policy section, and synthesis agent composes a final answer with the source cited at the bottom. And here is the answer. The answer is grounded entirely in the document, no hallucination, no guessing. Every factual claim has a source. And this is how it works. And let's moving on to a security features. So security is a first class concern in a DocuMind. So guardrail agent runs deterministic checks before any Gemini API call. It detects prompt injection attempts using the rejects pattern matching. Things like ignore previous instructions of you are now. It filters off topic queries. It enforces a per session rate limit using a sliding window counter, and it caps input length at 500 characters. Critically, all API key are stored in a .env file that's git ignored. Nothing sensitive is ever committed to the repository. And the full project is on the GitHub. All code, README with a set of instructions, architecture diagrams, and synthetic knowledge base. DocuMind is a deployable as a streamlined web app or via the CLI agent skill. No infrastructure needed, just a Gemini API key and PIP install. This is what built for the Google and Kaggle AI agent capstone, and thanks for watching.